I'd like to welcome everybody to CKJ Crypto News. Today, guys, I'm honored. We have a very, 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 very special guest. Bitcoin Ben, everybody. Woo!
What's going on, everybody? Good morning, CJ. Now, what should I call you? Should I call you CJ, or you want me to call you Joe, or what?
Well, I did see your video. I seen your live stream that you made. You said CKJ is one too many letters. So if CKJ won't work, CJ is fine. It's up to you.
Okay, cool. I just didn't want to call you something, be like, oh, fucking, that ain't even my name.
Well, no, actually, I think lately we're actually working on a lot of name changes anyway, because for some reason this name of XRP Ben has really picked up in the XRP community.
Yeah, well, they better find another Ben, because that ain't me. LTC, Ben or whatever. But
yeah, basically, ever since I seen that one video that pretty much caught the XRP community's attention about the phone call you received, and you seemed like you was a little bit shuffled by that phone call.
I was hurt in the heart. I had my feelings hurt.
Yeah, I definitely want to get into that phone call. But first thing first, I am curious about, for the XRP community that's not too familiar with Bitcoin, Ben, because I just found your channel also too, maybe a few days ago, behind the XRP video. And but you say your name is Bitcoin Ben, but you're mainly thrilled about Litecoin. Now, how did that come around, if you don't mind?
Oh no, I like everyone who originally got in cryptos, we all heard of the Bitcoin. What's this Bitcoin thing? What's this Bitcoin? Yeah. And when I started talking about it, I thought, well, hell, Bitcoin Ben, like BB, it just kind of sounds good. And but whenever you dive into the technology, that's when you really jump in the rabbit hole. That's when you're like,
yeah, exactly.
You're hitting roots as you drop down the rabbit hole. You're hitting roots on the way down, and I started learning about actual Litecoin, the Lightning Network, the structure of each of the coins, and to give you a history of me, is I used to own a remodeling company, and we got rid of the remodeling company, and I kind of, after the remodeling company, I kind of wanted a job that was, I guess, relaxing in a way. I truly love driving. I'm one of those people, you put me on a highway, I don't care where I land, man, because it's all about not really where you land, more of how you get there. Exactly. And so I thought, well, hell, I like driving, and I'll actually become a truck driver. Wow. And I did, and that's I learned about cryptocurrency, with the Bitcoin in about 2010. But at that time, it was hard to buy. You really had actually know how to code and all that crap, even to buy it. And
there was some hurdles I heard about in the beginning.
Oh, it was crazy because I looked into it, and at that time, I want to say, Bitcoin was like $28, maybe $40, something like that. And as I started, and then I got wrapped up in life, and then I heard of it again maybe 2.5 years ago, and I was driving. I had nothing but time, I'm like, well, I'll kind of check it out. I'll look into it. And like I said, I slipped and I fell right in that rabbit hole. And I ain't Kate. I haven't come up from the rabbit hole since. I'm still down there. And
I know exactly what you mean, actually, because yeah, to be honest, yeah, believe it or not, that's what I'm kind of known for on my channel is rabbit hole research. I say on CKJ Crypto News, we research. Because I'm telling you, it's actually it's so fun to dive down the rabbit holes too, and just to be a pioneer in this revolution of digital currency. I mean, I think it's an enormous opportunity for us all. I mean, for guys that have done the homework and the people in the digital, the crypto community. I mean, like, whew, I think we're in for a hell of a ride. That's for sure.
Yeah, I have a feeling that there's a few of us like me, you, Jason at Ford, Big Swear. I don't know a whole lot of the XRP influencers, which I hope to eventually meet. But there are some of us that are just lifers. I'll be 90. I'll probably be 92 years old, all crooked and all crusty out here talking about Litecoin and Bitcoin still. But once you're hooked on it, and what really makes it great is it's always it's evolving. It's always evolving.
Yeah, exactly.
Technology-wise. So as soon as you think you get it, something else comes out that totally blows you away.
Yeah,
and you jump down that rabbit hole.
Exactly.
And I love that aspect. So yeah, that's how I got into it, and that's kind of why I'm in it. It's a rabbit hole that's going to lead us all to a new world.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And we, as early adopters, we're kind of smoothing out the rabbit hole so that whenever everyone else actually comes into it, they aren't hitting the roots and like getting all trapped up on everything, and we're actually making it a smoother ride for everyone else behind us.
Exactly. That makes sense. I hope I don't lose you. You're starting to. Can you hear me okay though?
Oh yeah.
Because for some reason you're starting to blur kind of bad, but it looks like it's coming back around though. So on my end, I look pretty.
Yeah, no, that's just how I look in the morning.
Yeah.
I ain't had enough coffee yet. I get blurry once I don't have enough coffee. But it's really just such because us early. Let's be honest. If you're in cryptos right now, you got a little touch of crazy. You're you're just crazy enough to just be perfect for where we're at right now. Because we had it run up. Everyone and their brother was wanting to jump into it, and then it crashed like it always does. Because if you look at the charts, it's always fluctuating.
Exactly.
But if you're in it now, you're hardcore. I don't know about you, but I don't really watch the prices that much because I'm a hodler. I hodl. I just do
exactly.
Because I ain't looking for a little run up. I'm waiting for the mountain.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with you on that 1,000%. That's for sure. I hope this thing comes back around. This thing is like blurring bad though. I'm wondering, should I?
Well, as long as you can hear me, it doesn't really matter if they can see me. You know, I mean, it's because Willie, I may be good looking, but I ain't that damn good looking where nobody wants to stare at me.
Yeah, I can tell you that's the one reason I actually liked your channel. From the first time I watched it, you know, I watched the one video, and that was kind of like the introduction to you. But then the second video I watched, you had me laughing the whole time. You're a pretty funny dude. I can see why you got 20,000 subscribers, and I can see why you were embraced by the communities that you're in. You know, you're fun to watch.
Oh, well, I really appreciate that. I really just love life. You know, I love learning. I love waking up in the morning. I have a great wife. I have great kids. I'm just one of those really rare, happy people that are always smiling, you know, that annoys the hell out of everybody. Like, why is this motherfucker happy, boy?
Yeah, but no, I think me and you might be cut from the same leaf. That's the same thing with me. Is I'm always happy. I'm always excited. I'm so happy about life. Like I wake up so happy every day, and there's a lot of people like some people don't wake up that happy, and that gets on their nerves, you know. But you know, you gotta spread the love and the joy. I mean, life is amazing.
And we're on a crazy ride because if you think about it, we're all flying out in the middle of the universe on a rock that's just turning around, heading towards all kinds of crazy crap. And just to look at who we are and how we're here and everything, life in general, it's all magic, man. We are on the ultimate magic carpet ride.
Yeah, you're right about that. Magic carpet ride, that's for sure. This has been amazing. I'm trying to tell you, you know, we'll get right into the good stuff. When you got that phone call, that really grabbed the attention of the crypto world. This is my thing, is, like, for example, okay, so when you first learned about Bitcoin, so you started getting into Bitcoin, of course, and then you learned about Litecoin. But like for me, for example, when I first heard about Bitcoin and then I heard the run up and it went from, you know, whatever it went to $20,000. So I was like, well, maybe there's some other cryptocurrencies or other digital assets that haven't had a chance to blow up yet, basically. So then I ran across XRP. Now, this, like the first paragraph I read on XRP, I was like, whoa. I was like, there's something here. Now, my thing is this, is when you got that phone call, you seemed kind of surprised about what they told you about XRP going to be number one. And but the thing is, have you not really done any XRP research at all, or you kind of just stayed in your community, or you know?
No, and let me clarify. They didn't say it would be number one.
You know, I had to slip that in there.
Oh, I know you did. That's all right. No, I'm extremely knowledgeable on economic structures and currency history and the structure of currency. And I'll give you a little hint on what's going to be coming in the debate, so you can do your little homework and everything.
Okay, first let me tell people, everybody that's not familiar with it, in November 10th, we're going to have a debate in Oklahoma City at a restaurant I believe called Rocco's or something similar to that. I'll actually leave a link in the description for the debate. It's pretty much going to be Bitcoin Ben debating CKJ, LTC versus XRP. Who's going to come on top? That's pretty much going to be debate. Big meetup in Oklahoma City, inviting the LTC community, XRP community, BTC community, when worlds collide.
Every community. and it's going to be friendly. We're going to be drinking some beer, eating some chicken wings, hanging out, just kind of talking. Then we're going to do the actual debate, and it's going to be a friendly debate. But what I'm really looking for is education. I love talking to people who have different points of view than I got.
Okay.
Because I've never learned anything from listening to someone who agrees with me.
That makes sense.
You know, I always learn when I talk with people that don't agree with me, because then I see their point of view, and I'm like, man, I didn't even think about that. You know, that's a good idea. Let me kind of let that roll around in my head. You know,
Exactly.
Because if you want to learn, you got to listen. You know, that's really it. And that's why I love your channel. I've watched a few of your shows. I've jumped on your live streams.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It's because I like watching you because of the same thing you said. You know, really entertaining. You smile. You got a great smile. You got a great presence. You know, and you're knowledgeable. You know, that's what, man, I just want to squeeze all that knowledge right out of your head, right into my head. And that's what I want this event, like everyone who shows up, it's, man, we're going to have chicken wings, we're going to have beer, and we're going to talk to each other. We're going to communicate, and that's what makes life great, man, is a group of people getting together, smiling, hugging, you know, just kind of chilling out and just talking and communicating with each other and educating each other on what we are passionate about. And you love XRP, I love Litecoin. I guarantee both of us are going to walk away. We may not change each other's mind. That's okay, though. That ain't no big deal, because there are different people with different preferences. You know, nothing wrong with that. That's cool.
Exactly.
And but I guarantee both of us are going to walk away with a smile on our faces and our brains a little bit bigger than they were whenever we started.
And I agree 1,000%. And a lot more friends who are actually have the same state of mind as we all have. Because like we said, I seen in one of your videos, like basically you said, the one problem is that the communities are very tribal. I mean, people being even saying digital assets is almost like a religion. It's definitely an addiction, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
But the thing is, it's the opportunity is so enormous that, I mean, even like anybody can see this opportunity with a little bit of research. Some people turn their nose instantly without research, of course. But I'm also bringing my tag team partner, Thinking Crypto. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Thinking Crypto.
Not yet. I will check out some of his or her videos, and yeah, hey, bring whoever you want to bring, man, because I know we're all going to represent, and I guarantee there's going to be Litecoin shirts and Litecoin hats, XRP hats and XRP shirts, maybe a few XRP tattoos or whatever. You know, it's like a gang, but we're all going to get together and just drink and have fun.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be amazing. Yeah, pretty much Thinking Crypto, I think he commented under one of the comments that he wanted to come and he wanted to be a part of the debate. He's pretty much a big-time XRP guy also. I'm telling you, pretty much, I believe this is actually, I think what me and you were putting together, or pretty much thank you for basically bringing me on board to this, but I think this is an enormous opportunity for crypto in itself. Because the thing is, for example, and I'm not saying it in like a harsh way, but to be honest, I didn't even know there was a Litecoin community. Just like for example, you didn't hear of Thinking Crypto, or I didn't hear about Bitcoin BEN, just like you didn't hear about CKJ. And that's the thing, we all got so much knowledge to give, and like once we find out about each other, I mean, I think teamwork makes the dream work for sure. Like we can all combine our effort, and this is like a movement. That's for sure.
Oh, absolutely, and you're absolutely right that cryptos right now are we're like the early like NFL. Now, and I'm talking early, or let's even use like Major League Baseball, like in the like the 1880s, where there were just local teams, and everyone just watched like their local team, and then they joined together, and then next thing you know, you have Major League Baseball.
Oh, yeah.
Where now there's everyone watching it, and yeah, there's rivalries here and rivalries there, but there's not a whole lot of hatred. We just love the game.
Exactly.
We love a good baseball game.
Exactly.
Whether our team loses or wins or whatever, man, we just love watching it, being involved in it, and that's what I'm trying to help the cryptocurrency world kind of move to. We need to evolve because pretty soon here, in the next year and a half or 2 years, is when we reach a point where it is mass adoption, and I mean mass adoption. And people are going to look for the OGs, who have helped grow the community and educate, and what I want to do is I want to bring together all of the honest people in crypto, not just in Litecoin, not just in Ripple, not just in Bitcoin, not just Ethereum, all of the honest people who are really all in it for the same reason. We want to change the world into a better place.
Exactly.
And yeah, we may have our team, but we all want, because I'll be honest with you right now, if Jesus Christ himself came down and sat right next and said, Ben, I'll tell you what, I will make this world absolutely perfect, but Litecoin has to go away. I would look at him and go, then Litecoin goes away. Because although I love Litecoin, my overall goal is make this world a better place. I don't mind losing if we win.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, exactly. That makes sense. Wow, that's a good analogy. I like that. Okay, so basically, like I was kind of mentioned earlier, it's been debated in the community on your last video. Some people said they're not sure. I've been basically saying I could tell right away. I mean, just from talking to you for a few minutes, like you said, you can tell when somebody's kind of being honest. We all have intuition. I think you got a phone call that rattled your bones a little bit. And,
yeah,
because that's like, for example, if I was doing research on a project for so long, and then somebody says, hey, well, what about this project? And you're like, well, I didn't really do much research on that, but, with the information you got was kind of like, so my thing is basically when the phone call you received, you basically spoke of a few digital assets that were basically maybe going to be some top contenders in the future. Can you elaborate on that phone call a little bit?
Absolutely. Because of my videos and my popularity, I've actually been able to meet, and I have been introduced to people who are very influential in the cryptocurrency world.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying we're best friends. We don't go out and have beers, but it's really just and I'm also not saying that we're like meeting up in the park, we're trading envelopes, nothing like that. It's just people like talking to me, and I get it, because as you know, as an influencer, we have a very accurate pulse of the community.
Exactly.
We almost have like a helicopter view of the whole community that we influence. And I hate the word influencer. That's I like the word educator.
Okay, me too.
It's I was having a conversation with this guy, and I basically just asked him, hey, what are you seeing? What are you hearing? Who, not really who are you talking to, but what are you seeing being built that has really got you impressed?
Okay.
And he started breaking it down, and where I could more clearly see the picture of where the existing economic system was trying to lead the cryptocurrency environment.
Exactly.
Because the old system is transitioning itself and putting itself in places to have a major impact on the future of the cryptocurrency world.
Exactly.
And as he explained it, he was actually talking about like Ethereum, Ripple, Litecoin, Ethereum Classic, and I just flat out asked him. I said, "So you think these are the leaders?" And he is like, "Oh yeah, these are the leaders."
Wow.
And I said, "Well, because he actually knows how I feel about Ripple. He was like, because he, let's just say he's more in it for the money right now than he is the social change.
Okay.
And I think that's actually going to change for him here in a little while. But right now he's in it for the money. And I don't blame people if you're just in it for the money. That's okay. That's your choice. That's your freedom. But as he started laying it out, he used the word Ripple more than he used the word Ethereum. And I watch language. Language is very important when you're trying to learn.
Okay.
And so as he was talking, I said, well, you keep on bringing up Ripple, kind of lay out what you see like going down. And
okay.
And he explained a lot of the structures, a lot of the partnerships, a lot of the things that are like going around that he sees in the background that like maybe the general public hasn't heard of yet or doesn't know about yet. And I said, wow, Ripple's going to kick some ass. And he goes, oh yeah, Ripple's going to kick some ass.
Wow.
And but also, so is Ethereum, Litecoin, Ethereum Classic. There's a few over in Asia that we briefly mentioned, OMG and Quantum. But as he was laying it out, I was just blown away because I could see it all coming together.
Yeah.
in my head, I could see like the missing little puzzle pieces start to be put together.
Exactly.
And I said, damn. I said, so for like the next year and a half, or 2 years, Ripple's going to be a big player. And he's like, yeah, they're going to make some moves that are really going to, shock people. And with my show, like I said, I'm not looking to win. I'm looking for the truth.
Okay, that makes sense.
Even when I don't like the truth, you still gotta look at the truth and go, yeah, the truth is the truth, whether I want it to be or not. Because if your old lady's cheating on you, would you rather not know the truth and live a lie, or would you rather go through the heartbreak but know the truth?
Yeah.
And I would rather live in the truth than actually live in a lie.
Yeah, that kind of actually goes to my next question. You kind of answered it. Like basically, okay, you got the phone call. They're saying Bitcoin, Litecoin, XRP, ETC. Now, being that you're basically bringing knowledge mainly about Bitcoin and Litecoin, tell us a little bit about that moment right before you made that video where you said, "Oh God, today this video I'm going to be talking about XRP." Oh no.
And well, once I quit rocking myself and crying, I said, all right, I need to make a video on this because it was on my heart to be honest with people on and if this was just like some Joe Schmo I talked to who kind of gave me his opinion, I would have never made any video on it,
Okay.
When you're talking with Joe Montana of the 49ers,
Exactly.
and he's telling you what the plays of the next game are going to be for the 49ers, you listen. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
And so I made the video and let me kind of break it down.
Okay.
This will help people understand where I'm at. Ripple is going to do very well for the next year to year and a half. But Ripple's going to have issues later on.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. Because during the transition from the old economic structure into the new decentralized economic structure,
Okay.
Ripple is going to do good during the transition.
Okay.
Once we hit the point where the decentralization of the economic global system is growing, that's when Ripple is going to lose its usage to the more decentralized viewed cryptocurrencies. And not so much the cryptocurrencies themselves, more than the networks that the currencies are running on.
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
All right, so it's
I can tell you right now, for people that's probably I don't mean to cut you off, but people right now that's probably watching this video right now, like when we put it up, from the XRP community is probably going nuts right now. XRP,
oh, I bet they are.
XRP, it doesn't come no more decentralized than XRP.
Well, it's XRP, the token is good.
Okay.
Ripple, the structure, Ripple, the corporation.
Okay.
The structure they are creating is kind of a bridge between the old system and the new system. But when I say the new system, they're still trying to hold on to a lot of the old structure of the old system and just transition it into the new system.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's probably been the biggest hurdle actually of mass adoption in itself anyway, is a lot of the, basically you can say old money and new money. You know how old money goes with new money, and pretty much, you know, a very comfortable regime. Of course, Swift being 40 years old, and just the traditional banking system being for the early 1900s or even before. So we're well overdue for a decentralized way and a new way, a new day, new laws, new establishment, like you said. And it's just, it's amazing just to be a part of this movement. That's for sure.
And I'm not saying that Ripple will go away. I'm not saying like one morning there's going to be a Ripple collapse and then all the Ripple people are laying there dead, you know, nothing like that. It's going to be a transition. And this was one of the hints that I wanted to give you for the debate so you can prepare appropriately. Ripple has structural flaws in it. And I know, but and I'm not talking technology-wise. That's not what Ripple technology-wise is very advanced. But in true economic currency structure, Ripple is flawed. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Now, let me say that again. In true economic structure of currency, Ripple is flawed. That's the only hint I'm going to give you.
Well, I think I'm prepared for that one, because the thing is basically, if you're looking at XRP or Ripple from the standpoint of traditional financial system, it would look flawed because it looks like there's going to be a lot of disruption.
Not. There are solid economic laws that exist in human nature. And those never change. They've never changed. You can add technology, you can remove technologies. Human exchange of value have laws that have never changed and never will change because of how humans work. Ripple has a flaw. I hate to use the word flaw. It is structurally not aligned with the natural economic system of humans, and that's the only hint I'm going to give you. But it's
believe it or not, after making that comment, I'm actually going to tell everybody that's going to attend the November 10th debate, if you can't hold your alcohol, don't come. We don't need people getting a little tipsy out there, getting upset, because we're going to try to keep the debate friendly.
No. This is completely friendly, and I want everybody to, because this is going to be a deep conversation. This is going to be a deep debate.
I can actually tell. I can already tell that pretty much it's going to be the debate's going to be a little bit bigger than I initially pictured. That's for sure.
But it's the exchange of knowledge, man, and it's just going to be awesome, man. It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. That's for sure.
And I guarantee that everyone who shows up, I guarantee this, they're going to walk out. When they leave there, their jaws are going to be on the floor, and they're going to be like, man, that has to be the best cryptocurrency meetup that has ever existed in cryptocurrency meetups.
Wow, I'm looking forward to this. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm excited. I can tell you there's excitement flowing through the communities. I almost feel like I'm in that movie now. I don't know if you saw it. I think it's called The Hunger Games.
Yeah,
yeah. You got Community 1 and Community 2 and Community 3, and then they send out their best guys to have a like a community meetup. Yeah, basically it's starting to remind me of that, where communities come together. But this is going to be amazing. It's going to be fun. That's for sure.
Well, none of us are going to die.
That's for
We're
sure.
just going to have a good time. And everyone who shows up, as you listen to us talk, remember it's about exchanging knowledge. Exactly. It's all about learning. Man, we're so early in this. We are literally the people who in like 1988 were on the internet, where you had to write code and you had to know the right address. There wasn't no www.anything back then,
Exactly.
And if you look at us right now, how we exchange is we copy and we paste a big ass address that goes over to another like long address. We're in the early days, and having events like this is what's going to drag us into the next revolution of cryptocurrencies. Because I've always said cryptocurrencies are a revolution wrapped inside a revolution inside a revolution.
Yeah, exactly. And the revolution will be televised on Jungle Inc. channel.
I love that song.
I had to throw that in there. The revolution will be televised on Jungle Inc. Are you familiar with Jungle Inc?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you got to check him out. Just do me one favor after the live or after the video. Please go check out. It's called Jungle Inc. Jungle INC. He's pretty much, like you said, a Ripple XRP guy. But I mean, he has a powerful message. He's like the motivator. We call him the XRP gladiator.
Awesome.
Yeah.
See, I can't wait to meet these guys or hang out with them or do a video with them.
Exactly.
I love talking to people that are smarter than me.
I understand what you're saying.
It has, like my grandfather used to say, never take advice from a man who's got less money than you. You know what I mean?
Wow, I'm actually so glad you said that. I'm actually going to start living by that. That's for sure. It's all about networking. I guess, not to really get offhand, but, so basically, like me personally, I'm a big time XRP guy, but I actually do diversify. I mean, I'll even say it. Basically, when I first started my channel around January, I actually used to do a Litecoin giveaway. I used to do Litecoin giveaways. And because from what at first I was really excited. When I started doing research, I was excited about Charlie Lee. And then I did research on him, and he was like one of the, he used to be one of the cypherpunk group or whatever. It was pretty much a bunch of guys in the beginning, like brainiacs on the computer. And I said, oh man, these guys must know what's going on. And, you know, I'm not really going to get into it, but there was a few bumps along the way that, you know, kind of made me get out of Litecoin.
Yeah.
But, and then
no, I got you. I
kind of find out about XRP.
But
my thing is, basically what I want to say is I do diversify. Don't get me wrong. I got XRP. I was really interested when you talked about ETC. So just for people that's out there in the world, you know, like from the phone call perspective, what are some of the top coins that people probably, you know, should do research on and maybe get interested in to do their own research? Like maybe the top 5, you think?
The top 5 coins are, I'm going to put Litecoin as number 1, not because I think it's going to be the number 1 coin over the next few years. I just like saying number 1 Litecoin. Number 2, you know, Ripple, and of course, I don't usually say it, but I always mean get you some Bitcoin. You know, even if you hold a little bit, that's Bitcoin is going to crash through all of the walls, and then the other cryptocurrencies are going to charge it. So always hold a little bit of Bitcoin, Litecoin, XRP, Ethereum, and Ethereum Classic. Those, according to my guy I talked to, those are going to be the leaders. And if and I know you've actually talked about this, and I've actually been huge on this for a long time, is the digital currency group.
Oh, yeah, that's where it all begins. If
you're looking for the roots of the growing tree, that's where you look. You look at the digital currency group and who's involved in it. What do they own? You know, what projects, what companies like Coinbase and CoinDesk, and you know that these people are building a system. You just got to recognize the system they're building.
Yeah, exactly.
And so those, now that's for the Western world. All right. The digital currency group is, I'd say, probably one of the largest leaders in the Western cryptocurrency world. Now, in the Eastern cryptocurrency world, that's where this all kind of lines up with Litecoin. Is that Litecoin is going to be one of the few coins other than Bitcoin that run and are intricate parts of the Western and the Eastern system. So Litecoin, because over in Asia, they love them some Litecoin. I mean, literally, we think we have a community over here in the States. We got nothing compared to the Litecoin community over in Asia. And over in Asia, if I was giving people over in Asia my perspective of coins I would hold over in Asia or over in the East, that would be number 1 would be hold you some Bitcoin, Litecoin, OMG, Quantum, and it's right on the tip of my tongue.
XRP.
Maybe, I don't know, but oh gosh, I can't believe that would be Neo, the Ethereum of China.
Oh, Neo.
Yeah, it's blockchain platform wise. Neo's got a chance because China likes control and Neo is willing to be controlled.
I'm telling you, I was one day away from losing a lot of money on Neo. Because I was hearing Neo's the new Chinese Ethereum and Neo this, Neo that, and gas powers Neo. And it was around 140. And I said, I'm going to go ahead and get me some Neo. I said, but then the price started dropping. And I said, well, let me see where it drops to. And it never stopped dropping since that day. It was a slippery slope all the way down to, I don't know, $20, $30, $40, something around there.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, though, about Litecoin, I will say when I first started in crypto, I was interested in Litecoin because they sold me on their, Charlie was like, Bitcoin's gold and Litecoin's silver. And it's like, so I kind of visualized that a little bit. And then, like I said, when I found out about XRP, it was all over from there. But believe it or not, I think you're correct about your top five, though, as far as Litecoin, XRP, and I do believe, like you said, people probably should invest in Bitcoin because no matter what, at the end of the day, Bitcoin is the poster child for the movement, and I think they're going to continue to use Bitcoin as the poster child. It's always going to be okay, about Bitcoin. Even like articles that come out on digital like currency articles, they might reference Bitcoin in the title, but the article is about a completely different coin.
Yeah.
So, just the name in itself on Bitcoin. But like I said, I don't know, there's a lot of big names back in Bitcoin also too. So
yeah, it's like I said, we're early, and really everybody listen to this, man. Let's be honest, we're so early, and we're all kind of the crazy people that are still involved in this, and if you're watching this video right now and you're holding XRP, you're holding even like the top 10, except of course Heather. If you're holding the top 10, maybe the top 20, and you got a couple grand in it or whatever you got into it, if you hold hodl for 2 years. If you just put your coins away, walked away, lived your life, you're gonna be a winner because it's cryptocurrencies ain't going nowhere except up. It's just how long are you willing to wait, and what is the definition of your moon? I got people that are like, man, Litecoin, when it hits, $1,000, I'm cashing out. Well, is that your moon? What is your moon? Because everyone says, win moon. Well, damn it, man, we all got different moons. And it's, and really, like me and my wife, we ain't doing nothing till at least 2022, because our moon isn't a price. Our moon is a point in our life where we want to retire. We want to, because I'm getting older, man. I don't want to be running this rat race all day long. And really just, although we each live, day by day, just remember that, man, this race ain't over until your life's over. You ain't never gonna quit running this race. And enjoy the race.
Yeah. Believe it or not, what you just said actually really makes a lot of sense. A lot of people actually focus on the price, win moon. But actually, like this one thing, after being in crypto for about a year or better now, I don't even really look at the prices every day. After doing all the homework I've done, I know it's going to be enormous. Like you said, I've been telling people lately, I got a 5-year ETC plan because I know ETC is going to be enormous. Exactly like you said, I've been following Digital Currency Group very closely and Barry Silbert. He's one of the earliest investors in Ripple. He's the earliest investor in Coinbase. They started Ethereum Classic Trust Fund. Like you said, just follow the money, basically. I mean, I uncovered documents with Barry Silbert and Jay Clayton together at SEC meetings, and there's so much going on. I'm just so excited. But like I said, I think your motto is, put it away till 2022. I think people should start maybe making that their goal.
Yeah, just choose a time where look at it as we're early in this game, and choose a year that you want to say, all right, I'm going to take half my profits and I'm going to live my life a little bit. I'm going to get a little lake house, or I'm going to do this or do that, and just enjoy the ride, because it's going to be one hell of a ride. It's already been one hell of a ride.
Yeah, you're right. It has. I've met so many people all around the world. Just like, for example, I just met you now, and I'm telling you, every day in my live streams, I talk to people from Japan and Canada and Africa and UK. It's like amazing, just the people that we've met so far, and it's supporting this movement. Like that's the most fun to me, is the talking to people and meeting people and just communicating with like-minded people.
Absolutely. And this event in Oklahoma.
Yeah, let's touch on that, because we're probably about to get out of here. I don't want to take it. Okay.
This event in Oklahoma City, if you think about it, man, we are going to make lifelong friends. You and I are going to meet. We're going to be drinking. We'll be having a debate, and when it's all said and done, we're going to hug it out and head off and like live. And I'm going to reach out to you. You're going to talk to me. We'll be doing more videos in the future, and I mean, just accumulating friends, because like I say on my show, if you got $100 million, but you live on an island alone, what's that $100 million worth?
That's for sure.
It's all about living.
Exactly.
People have asked me, because on my show I get very deep, kind of philosophizing and stuff. And people have asked me, what's the meaning of life? And I say that the meaning of life is to live.
Okay.
There is no other answer, because everyone may have goals, but you ain't reaching them goals if you ain't alive.
Yeah.
So the actual meaning of life is to live it. Wake up in the morning with a purpose. When you open your eyes, every morning I open my eyes, I look over, I got the most beautiful wife in the world laying next to me, and I hop up with a smile on my face, because I know her and I as a team, we're just going to knock it out of the ballpark, and who knows what's going to happen today? Nobody knows. Every single day is like Christmas. It's just you unwrap them slower.
Exactly. Wow, that makes sense. Believe it or not, I went through some of your videos, and I hope you don't get offended on this. I am surprised. You got a very beautiful wife. I was like, no way. Is that his wife or his daughter?
She's way out of my league.
Yeah, I was like, what in the world?
Yeah.
Now I can see why you're always laughing and so happy. That's for sure. You're a lucky man.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yes, she's a wonderful woman, way smarter than me, way better looking than me, and a much sweeter little ass than I got.
Uh-oh. All right. Well, before we get out of here, let's do the quick rundowns on your time slots, your live streams. So for anybody that's not familiar with Bitcoin BEN / XRP, nah, I'm just joking. For anybody that's not familiar with Bitcoin BEN, so what is your content schedule?
I kind of wing it. I have been trying. I usually do a video every day, Monday through Friday. Then on the weekends, I usually toss in one. And lately, I have been doing my videos in the evening because at work, I switched over to another account, and it's harder to have like a half-hour block where I can actually do one. So I'm doing them in the evening. I don't really have like a time that I do them, but just if you go out over and you check out my channel, just like and subscribe, you know, and hit the notification button, and and really, my show is, although I love Likeman, my show's more of a bigger picture show of like cryptocurrencies overall and the transition out of the old economic system into the new economic system, and what I think that will look like, and what I see in the news that aligns and gives us a clearer view of what the future will look like.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, from what I've seen, like I've seen maybe you start streaming sometimes around 8 o'clock at night here and there.
Yeah.
Well, I guess maybe you're 7, my 8. So around 7 or 8, you know, you can probably catch Bitcoin. Are you live streaming tonight by any chance?
No. This evening I'm hanging out with my wife. We are going, in fact, as soon as I wrap up here, her and I are heading out and getting breakfast. And I'm just going to hang out with my wife, try and hang out with my youngest daughter if she has any time for me. And and other than that, I'm going to take a break, but I will have one tomorrow evening.
Okay, tomorrow evening. So tomorrow evening, XRP community, LTC community, BTC community. We can catch Bitcoin Ben probably around 7 or, what you say?
It's a crypto community.
Yeah, the crypto community in general. And I'd just like to add, for anybody that's going to be seeing this video on Bitcoin Ben's channel, actually CKJ Crypto News does live streams daily at 10:30 a.m. every day. And then we have an XRP After Dark meetup every night at 9 p.m. Central Time. So stream twice a day now. I love it. I love it. The people I meet all around the world, it's amazing. Well, Bitcoin Ben, I'd like to really, really thank you big time for coming on the show. Don't forget, guys, November 10th, we have a crypto meetup, LTC versus XRP friendly debate in Oklahoma coming up. You know, link in the description for that information. Also, I'll leave link in the description for Bitcoin Ben's channel. Thank you so much, Bitcoin Ben. It's been a pleasure, a lot of fun.
Hey, no problem. I had a blast, and I really appreciate you and your channel and all of your viewers. Everyone's been super nice as I have been introduced into the community. No one's like threatened to shoot me or nothing yet.
Now, actually, really quick before you go, I got a couple people that wanted me to say hi to you.
Okay.
We got Sandy Pozo, Malpass from the office, some real guy, and that was just a couple names to name a few that wanted me to say hi to you.
Oh, absolutely. Hello, everybody.
All right, thanks so much. I really, really appreciate it, Bitcoin Ben. Enjoy your time with your wife today. Tell the wife I said hello.
Absolutely, I will, my friend. I will talk to you later.
All right, later, dude. Have a good day.